BarclaysCenter.com, or you can watch the pay-per-view live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Our co-main event going to be an eventful matchup, this one in the middleweight division, as the two-division world champion, Erislandy, the American trained Lara. It will go head-to-head in a matchup against Gary Spike O'Sullivan. Gary Spike O'Sullivan always comes forward and looks to bring the fight to Lara. Awesome. We have a matchup at 154 with the unbeaten 21-year-old sensation, Jesus Mono Ramos. He has revenge on his mind because the man who he's going to be stepping inside the ring with, Luke Santamaria, defeated his uncle, Abel Ramos, back in February here in Las Vegas. And we will start off with the matchup between Eduardo Ramirez and Luis Melendez, a matchup between Mexico against Puerto Rico. But also on the undercard, you have super welterweight contender who's looking to continue to climb the ranks, Luis Cuba Arias, who's 19-3-1. He will be in action off TV as well. This is a loaded card from top to bottom, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by Mayweather Promotions, GTD Promotions, and TGD Promotions. And now we're joined alongside by Luis Cuba Arias, who has a record of 19-3-1. You saw him last year on pay-per-view when he defeated Jared Hurt on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul in Miami. Luis, thank you very much for joining us. And you've been in camp with Erislandy, Lara, and been with Ismael Salas. Tell us about what that's done for you in your career.
Well, I'm just happy to be part of this, great fight. First off, thanks to Mayweather Promotions and everyone for, keep believing in me. And yeah, I moved to Las Vegas after the Hurt fight. Me and Salas connected very well, and we had a great performance. So I've been training with Lara. We actually just got done sparring earlier, before all of this. And camp's been amazing. I've been great. My weight's been great. The rounds have been great. I sparred with Jesse Vargas, one champion, and went to spar with Lara. So the camp's been amazing, man, and it'll show.
You've been around. I remember doing your fights when you fought on the undercard of Mayweather Canelo off TV. That was back in September of 2013. But do you feel like you're a young 31 years of age? Because I feel like you've been talked about for a while. You had that moment against Jared Hurt, a little bit of stumble in your last fight. But you've always been in the mix over the past few years.
Yeah, no, I mean, just being a part, I started with being promoted by one of the greatest fighters ever. So just my name being attached to that helped me out a lot. But, my kids don't think I'm young, but I do feel young in the ring. I had long layoffs throughout my career. I sat out for 2 years prior to the Hurt fight. And, I don't feel old. I actually feel young, and I actually feel better and better with my wins and my losses. Like, as more rounds that I go, the easier it is. I'm sparring 10 and fighting 10. I've been fighting 10, 12 rounds for like 5 years now. So now I feel well seasoned. I still feel young, but I definitely feel well seasoned. Where now that the moment that I get a title fight is going to be like, it took so long, but I'm going to be definitely ready. The opponents and the records that show it.
Now, obviously, what did you take away from the Jermell Charlo Brian Castano fight last week that we saw on Showtime? Unbelievable fight, Charlo unifying 154.
I thought it was amazing. I have to give big props to Charlo and to his trainer, Derek James. The big difference. Same thing, just walk forward, throw punches, and throw the left hook to the body and left hook head. But he didn't do anything different. But I saw a difference from Charlo from out the gate. He was more defensively responsible. He was making sure that he was throwing with Castano. But he was slipping and moving, and he fought a perfect fight. He fought the perfect fight and made the perfect adjustment. So congrats to him and his team, because that was a good display of
in the mix, assuming you handle business at hand next Saturday, May 28th from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Where do you feel you sort of stack up with? This is a loaded division. We saw Sebastian Fundora beat Erickson Lubin here in Las Vegas last month. A tremendous battle that was. Where do you feel you fall in the mix? Because 154 is so loaded, especially when it comes to Premier Boxing Champions and here on Showtime.
I mean, I think I'm right there. Prior to me being Hurt, if it wasn't Hurt, it would have been at the top of the list. So I took out the boogeyman right away. The only thing I feel like I'm missing is another champion. And I've been calling out Tony Harrison since I beat Hurt. So if I beat another former champion, I'm right in the mix for a #1 contender or a title shot. So once I take care of business next week, I feel in great shape. I want the Tony Harrison fight. It makes the most sense. He's not going to get a title shot right now, neither am I. So we might as well get it on, get it shaking, and give the fight fans what they want. And once I beat Tony Tony Harrison, then I'll have a unified champion, a former champion, and they'll have no one else to dominate. No one else has a resume than me. Like no one on that list on the top 54 pounders have a better resume than me. You know, I've been on every network. I fought all top guys at 160, jumped up to 54, fought the boogeyman right away. So I'm right there. You know what I mean? Like I've had my setbacks, but I'm right there. So once I get this guy out of the way, I want Tony Harrison, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep fucking up all his stuff and just messing up his stuff until he fights me. You know, and I feel like that makes the most sense. So give me another champion, and then I'm ready for whoever.
All right, Luis, we'll let you work out here at the Mayweather Boxing Club. Luis Cuba Arias, ladies and gentlemen. Fighting words towards Tony Harrison. We'll watch Luis Cuba Arias work out here in Las Vegas. Thank you very much, Luis. Appreciate it. Luis Cuba Arias, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero. A lightweight showdown, going to be a tremendous matchup. Both men undefeated. Someone's always got to go as we watch Luis Cuba Arias work out here in Las Vegas.
How are you, man? You good? Yeah, I gotta get the best.
What up, Sean?
What's up, Mario? Thanks, man. With you, that was good. It was good.
Always good.
Always good.
It was polite, always
Yeah.
like a soft, confident guy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely confident.
He'll walk your ass down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree with him. He's
He got dropped though. But you're gonna get dropped, right? It was a flash knockdown, right?
yeah. Well, he walked into it, learned his lesson. Okay, it's a little different over here, and then took over the fight.
Yeah, 'cause he's really there.
Yeah, that was a dope day. I think that hit us off on the right foot with him.
He's done like one. That means he's fine. He's fucking trained more.
I think he trains hard. You know,
I
but
think he's like
the two, it's not binary. Floyd trained his ass off for 2-3 hours. No, I'm saying he doesn't want to. Not that he can't, but he wants to. And no one's making it. Yeah, he doesn't want it. Okay, I'm with you.
This is perfect. This is going good. I'll let you know when the next guy's in.
You are watching the Rolando Romero workout as we inch closer. Saturday, May 28th on Showtime Boxing. Inside the ring right now, super welterweight contender Luis Cuba Arias, who's under the guidance of the Mayweather Promotions banner. He's being trained alongside by Erislandy, Lara, by Ismael Salas. As you heard him say, assuming he's victorious next Saturday, May 28th, he has his sights set on Tony Harrison, and he believes that fight could very well come to fruition. You know that neither man have any love lost between each other, and they will square off. They hope to square off, but Luis has in separate action on Saturday, May 28th. Later today, you will hear from and watch Rolando Romero, the #1 contender, Gervonta Davis, his championship workout. Also, Erislandy, the middleweight champion. His opposition on Saturday, May 28th, will be Sullivan. Also, Ramos, the 21-year-old knockout sensation at 154 pounds, 18-0 with 15 knockouts. He is in action as well. you will hear and watch Jesus Ramos work out as he will match up against Luke Santa Maria. Back to Luis Arias working out here at the Fate Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas.
Looks like you like to keep them punches short and compact, man.
Short, compact, a lot of pressure, a lot of punches, good defense, a lot of experience, a lot of rounds. I'm a young vet. It's the reason why guys, you know, they're not gonna say yeah to me right away. High risk. You think I got a low reward, but I got fluid. So there's a reason why I'm on pay-per-view fights, big cards. When I'm on a card, I'm throwing. You know, when I'm throwing all night. As soon as that bell rings to the end, I go out on my shield every fight. I don't shy away from nobody. I'm willing to throw down with anybody. I'm not in a boring fight. Even the fights I lost, they were all bombs, and real fighting. So, you know, it's just part of the journey.
So with all that experience, you and Harrison should be a blunt runner, you know?
For as long as he can stand, he don't like pressure, and he can't really punch. When's the last time he hurt somebody? You know, he's a mover. And I'm a stalker. You know, he had a guy in front of him for 10, 12 rounds, whatever that fought. And he couldn't even buckle him.
Talk about Brian Corelli.
No, the guy he just fought. The Spanish guy he just fought.
Garcia?
Yeah. Garcia was right in front of him. And he was just jabbing him and right-handing him to death. If Garcia was strong enough, he would have hurt him. I'm strong enough to hurt him. That's why he's shying away from the fight. Because he knows that I'm strong enough to hurt him. I already beat him. So he already knows what it feels like to fight me. But now it's different because we got the little gloves on. And he know I'm come with that shit. So
you already beat him in the amateur.
Yeah, I'm already beat him. I mean, a lot of these guys know me because I was a top guy in the amateurs. Things haven't been perfect for me in the pros just yet, but I ain't done. Every loss that I had, I came back. Like I said, I just beat the boogeyman less than a year ago.
What's the issue between you and Harrison? What happened?
It ain't no issue. I just felt like I needed a champion, you know? I said it after the fight. After I beat Hurd, I said, okay, I wanted to fight Hurd at 54 because I wanted to move down. After I beat one unified champion, the only way to get to a title shot quicker is by fighting another one. The only one that was available was Harrison. Williams, you know, I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't available. Harrison was available. So whatever, you know, I didn't get the decision I wanted the last fight, but it was at 3 o'clock, it don't matter. That guy wasn't even a 54. This next guy that I'm fighting next weekend, he been fighting at 54 his whole career. So we gonna see how I do with someone who's a legitimately 54. I'm in great shape. I've been scoring nothing but champions. Everybody in this motherfucker know who I am because they know I'm a real fighter. So once I get this guy out the way, like I said, I want Harrison.
Luis, what's the story behind the duck?
He's a duck. Like, that's the story behind it, is he's a duck. He can say whatever the hell he wants. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Me and Floyd are cool. And that's one thing, you know what I mean? They always say it's about who you know. Me and Floyd have a great relationship. You know, we don't talk every day. You know, he don't answer my phone call every day. But when we do, we're cool. Floyd's known me since I was young, before I was even a pro. So when Floyd called me and I straight up asked Floyd, I want to fight Harrison. You let Ishe Smith fight him. That was years ago. Let me get that fight. And I saw Floyd make the phone call. Yeah. He called upstairs. Yeah. I want them to fight. It wasn't because of me. So why the fight didn't happen? It wasn't because of me, because I was the one that asked for it. And he was talking shit online, saying he was gonna fight me. And when I wrote him and asked him, hey, yo, because we could have fought on tape, other card. I said, hey, yo, did they offer you a fight? Did they offer you, you know? He read my message and didn't say nothing. So then I made the decision to go fight off TV versus someone who I shouldn't have been fighting. I should have just waited for the big fight. But I was like I said, I'm a fighter, man. Whatever they put in front of me, fuck it, let's fight. You know, so I made that decision and I caught the bat in the bullet, you know? Because even though I thought I won the fight, it was whatever. It was a fight that shouldn't have happened. But it happened at 3 o'clock, so it don't matter, you know? So it is what it is, you know, and I ended up not getting the fight. And then he ended up fighting someone who lost the same day that I lost. So why he ain't fight me in April? It ain't me.
Do you feel like you got to get some momentum back after your last fight?
I felt like I lost a little momentum because I took an L, you know? But nobody saw the fight. Who saw the fight? You know, people were writing me like, yo, you fought? I was outside and reporters are coming like, hey, what's going on? Oh shit, you just fought? So it's like, I didn't really lose that much momentum because I ain't really been seen. Even this fight, like had I even won that fight, no one would have saw it. Had I went to Mexico and fought a duck just to get a W real quick, no one would have saw it.
You're saying it's irrelevant. You're saying that fight's irrelevant.
I mean, it was more an experience, but it really was irrelevant. It wasn't a guy in the weight class, and it was at 3 o'clock.
You feel like you want to make a statement in this fight?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like I'm fighting someone who's more in the weight class. I feel like I need to make the statement so I can go get that big fight. You know, because even though I beat her, that's the last time people saw me. So the last time I was on prime time, I fought an animal, and I beat him convincingly. And now, and like I said, if it wasn't for me beating her, where will Hurd stand right now at the top of that 54 division? He'd be at the top. You can't even say that. You can't even say that's a lie, because that's facts. If Hurd wouldn't have lost to me, he'd be the top dog right now. He'd be fighting Charlo for all the belts. So, I mean, I'm right there, man. I'm right there. You know, like, I'm not going to quit. My team believes in me. Once my trainer looks at me in the face and was like, you know what, man? I don't know. Once I hear that from my trainer, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? Maybe let's start looking at another lane. But right now, man, my trainers believe in me. My trainer believes in me. The people that are really buying me believe in me. And they know I can fight. All these fighters, a lot of these guys know me. We've known each other for years. They know I can fight. So like I said, I just got to get that another W that I need to get. And then I need to get that big fight with a former champion. And then I guarantee you, I'll be fighting for a world title.
Luis, for the audience, who are you going to be fighting next Saturday on May 28th?
I'm fighting, the guy's name is Jimmy Williams. I think he's 19-7, maybe 20-7, veteran guy. He's been fighting at 54 most of his career. You know, a solid guy. He's got a lot of rounds in him. You know, again, though, off TV. You know, so, but this guy is, like I said, we're going to go good, schedule for 10. I feel like it's someone that I need to improve on. We made the improvements in the gym. I've been sparring a lot more rounds. I went from sparring Jesse Vargas, helping him get ready, and then right into camp with Lara and the other guys over at Salah's gym. Salah's got nothing but world champions in and out of there. So, like I said, the work is there. You know, my trainer thinks I'm better now than I was for the Hurt fight. So I just got to go prove it. You know, the hard work is done. It's just time to just make the weight and shine next week. So.
Luis, whose idea was it to actually throw the duck?
That was my idea. Actually, I ordered on Amazon 2 bags. I got like 50 ducks, but my kids got them. I was gonna throw like the whole bag full of ducks, but then you know I didn't want to walk with a bag. I didn't have a bag with me, so I just put like 3 or 4 in my pocket. But yeah, it was my idea. You know what I mean?
Were you surprised at his reaction or no?
I mean, not really, but he did what he was supposed to do, you know what I mean? But shit, he lucky I did that. No one even knew he was fighting. People were like, oh shit, you fighting this weekend? So he really should be thanking me instead of getting mad, because it was because of what I did that I put his name out there. Shit, he went viral because of me.
How willing are you to step into, let's say, the B-side of a tune-up fight for somebody like Fundora or Tim Zhu or one of those other guys that are up and coming that you may have to go through to get that title shot that you want?
I can't. Beggars can't be choosers, man. I can't sit up here and say that I want top dogs and that I want to fight for a title, and then when they be like, okay, well, you can fight this guy, and then you start making excuses. You know, I can't do that. But I just did that last summer versus her. Came in on the B side. He needed to tune up, and you see what happened. So, like I said, I'm willing and able to fight anybody at the top of the division that's willing to make things shaking, put the fight together. I'm willing to take it. You can ask Leonard, anybody that's ever dealt with me. I've never said no to a fight. Never.
But you're not fight at like 168 or something?
No, the opponent was a guy fighting 68. Vaughn usually fights 68, 60. And the fight was like at like 57. But you know, that's just, you know, I should have just let it go. Yeah, I came in at 155 and he hit 57 on the dot, but he was like, you know, he was just a lot, it was the physical, you can feel it in the 6th, 7th, 8th round, which is why they gave him the fight, because I won the first 5, 6 rounds easy. I mean, I lost the point, was whatever, but I won the first half of the fight easy, you know. But now, like I said, now I got a guy who's more the size of the weight class, so we're going to see how really I can do. So I'm looking forward to next weekend. Like I said, we're in great shape. The camp's been phenomenal. I've known for a while that I was going to fight on this card, and it's time to go. It's time to prove it and get the big fight after.
Luis, just one question in Spanish. ¿La motivación todavía la tienen? ¿Todo está bien?
Sí. Como yo dije, hasta que mi entrenador me mira en la cara y me dice que en realidad no sé si la puedes hacer, puedo cambiar. Pero ahorita mi entrenador cree que yo estoy en lo mejor que he estado. Le gusta mi movimiento. Estamos haciendo guantes con Lara. Buenos rounds. Hicimos 10 asaltos hace 2 semanas. 8, 10, 6. Todo, estamos así, haciendo un buen trabajo. Haciendo trabajo con personas así me da la motivación y ya sé que yo puedo competir con toda esta gente.
Gracias,
Yeah, so estoy bien.
Louis, how do you see the main event going, though, man?
I think it's going to be a real good fight, man. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate Broly's physicality and his strength. You know, I think this is going to be a fight where Tank is not going to be the stronger. I mean, he usually is a smaller guy, but he usually is always a stronger guy. And with Rolly, man, with his like jiu-jitsu background and all that, he's like a real rough guy. So it's gonna be real interesting, man. I'm gonna see this is we're gonna see how highly skilled Tank is gonna be. You know, but it's gonna be a great fight. You know, I think it's definitely one that people should definitely order. They're sleeping on it just because Rolly's not so much unknown, but Rolly's a big, strong guy, man, and he's gonna test Tank in ways that he really hasn't been tested, really just because of the physicality part. So it's gonna be a great fight, man. I think people should definitely tune in. You know, it's a stacked card, top to bottom.
Thank you, Kuba. Yeah. And do you remember it all, Rolly? You know, years back, coming into this gym, coming into gyms in Vegas, and kind of
I had seen him
with no respect for all these guys.
Yeah, he didn't really care. Rolly, that's the thing. Rolly's like he really a fighter. You know what I mean? Like he don't care. Like, come on, let's spar, let's fight, whatever. He's really down to throw down. Like even when he fights, like you can see he's trying to throw hard and he trying to throw down. So I think that aspect of his fight is gonna be real interesting because he's gonna come out the gate trying to let Tank know that in order for him to win this fight, he gotta go and show Tank I'm not scared of him.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I feel like that's what he's gonna do. So it's gonna make things real interesting because Tank gotta be, you know, he's gonna be smart. We've seen what Tank can really do, you know, but we gotta see what he's gonna be able to do with someone who's just crazy and don't really care. You know, so I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great fight. I'm gonna be right there.
Thank you, Louis, and good luck on your fight too, man, on the
Appreciate it,
card. Appreciate it, man.
What do you rank Charlo over the fight after the weekend?
I think Charlo should be pound for pound. I think he showed that he's pound for pound material. I mean, I don't think he's #1 right now, but I think he should be in the discussion between 6, 7, and 10. He should be in that mix some way, somehow. He's beaten every belt he got. He got it by knocking out another champion. You know, that's his second rematch where he's clearly shown that he's you know, he's not so like, you know, one-sided where he feels like he knows everything, where he came the second fight, listened to his team, and made the proper adjustments. That's 2 times in a row. And everything he said he was going to do, he's done it. So I feel like he's definitely a pound-for-pound fighter, and that fight was phenomenal from round 1 to round 10. And from a fighter's perspective, I could see the proper adjustments he made. So he definitely pound for pound. I appreciate you. That was it.
Thank you, Luis.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yo, Cuba, can I get some shots of you shadow boxing? Again, you're watching the workout of Luis Cuba Arias, who is a super welterweight contender. He's fighting on television next Saturday night. If you are fortunate to be able to be in attendance at Barclays Center, big time boxing is back in complimentary to your boxing champions. Maybe with their emotions.
Ryan.
Championship boxing.
Hey, Ryan.
You will see Luis Arias fighting on the undercard, but
I saw Russell Wilson Sunday at the Wynn. We were doing the podcast and he walked by with Ciara, all oranged out. I'm like, damn, he's wearing the Broncos colors. And who? What's up? Who did they play the Broncos on the regular season? Not pre. I'll see you at barbecue at your house then. Oh, you're gonna go? You're gonna go? Okay. Hey, what's up, Alan?
Who's next?
I believe not Lara, Ramos, Jesus Ramos. You got it.
back and forth trash talk between both adversaries, and it'll come to fruition next Saturday, May 28th from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Gervonta Davis has been quite successful at Barclays Center. He knocked out Jose Pedraza back on January 14th, I believe, 2017. He has been champion for some years, and Gervonta Davis is looking to cement his status as the top lightweight in the world. They don't have to be together.
Mayday.
Romero worked out so also here to come today, you're gonna watch the super welterweight contender. He's only 21 years of age, 18-0, 15 knockouts, coming off of a very impressive knockout victory over Simon Arias, as I talked about, Jesus Ramos, who happens to Showtime pay-per-view, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. 4 fun fights coming your way, and it's all highlighted by
vienen y se le sacan los de
Just waiting on more workouts, guys. Up next is Jesus Ramos, then Lara, then Rolando Romero. Good. Just working. Arizona this weekend. Will you be at the fight at Resorts World? Or UFC? Okay. Who is? Oh, okay. Yeah. And what you thought of like Taylor Serrano? Yeah. Yeah, because names make money. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. That's a big fight. It may not be a competitive fight right now, but it's a big fight. Yeah. For this fight, yeah. Yes, I plan on. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I plan on it. Yeah. I did. Yeah. Did it? Oh, you mean the hotel room and stuff? Oh. Damn. Right. To see it, yeah, you can probably still stay somewhere surrounding, you know, in a cheaper hotel. Oh, there's Ramos.
It's not surprising that you added Larry Wade to your team, because as I'm looking at you now, this is the most shredded and cut that I've ever seen you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. We've been realizing that, and I feel good.
Oh, thanks.
Now, Luis Santamaria is a guy who beat your uncle back in February. You actually fought that night as well. You defeated Vladimir Hernandez, but do you feel like there is a sense of family pride on the line? Do you want to get retribution, revenge? You do not pay attention to any of that stuff.
I don't really pay attention to that stuff because I don't feel like he beat my uncle. I feel like it was a close fight, but I don't feel like he beat my uncle. He was hurt two or three times in that fight, and I don't feel like he didn't. But it is what it is. Now I have to fight him, and I feel like he's got kind of a false confidence going into the fight because he feels like because of being my uncle, he can beat me, and I don't feel like that's going to help him.
The one item that I've always told you that impresses me is like systematically break down your opponents. But I love your punching power. Where do you get that from?
My mom and dad argue all the time. My mom says from her, my dad says from him. I don't know. I guess I'm just naturally, gifted. I don't know. It's kind of natural.
Fighting on pay-per-view, Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Big-time boxing is back. You've seen many events there. What is it like for you knowing that you'll be on the undercard of Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romero, a fight that a lot of fight fans are looking forward to in the lightweight division?
It's a big part. Like you said, everybody's looking forward to this one with Gervonta Davis. A lot of fans, and now I get to be on the card and you're showtime for the first time. So it's a great privilege to me, and I'm not taking that lightly.
What statement are you looking
How are you liking that Vegas heat?
the rest of the super welterweight division?
It's starting to get to the point now where I think I can see what people are warning me about when it gets to like June, July. I'm still tolerating it. It's not too.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So I'm quite like I don't think it's too bad so far.
Let you go and work out here at the big Mayweather.
Like I was wondering whether me and my wife, I was thinking it might impact her more, or affect her. Like we get to like March, and already she's thinking it's too hot, but we're not there yet.
We continue with the workouts as we get closer to Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero. 11 days away, Saturday, May 28th, from Barclays Center in Brooklyn on Showtime PPV, brought to you by Mayweather.
Yeah, well, I hear it gets depressing.
And presented by Worldwide Boxing Champions. Away to the ring we go. So we're going to watch Jesus Ramos, who's undefeated, and will take on a very determined Luis Santamaria.
Even if it's Sunday in Las Vegas, it's kind of a gamble if you go out like this or how we're dressed, because you never know if it's going to turn, and then all of a sudden you're cold.
That's correct.
What's up, Coach Wade?
You got it, baby. What's up, Sean?
Good to see you, man.
Look, no, you the man. I'm on the camera.
Working with this young man too, Coach Wade?
Yes, sir. I'm honored to be part of this team. He's an amazing fighter. It's amazing. The whole family's amazing. I'm honored to be part of it.
Awesome. Just heard the news that Jesus Ramos is bringing it up with Larry Wade. Showtime show. Now, Jesus Ramos is Larry Wade. Is evident in terms of Ramos, a part of the next Saturdays, Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero, Showtime PPV, coming your way from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It's great to be back in Barclays Center. That has been
Good, champ. Look good, champ. Looks good.
2012. Now Gervonta Davis once again back center. His opponent, Rolando Romero, Erislandy is also 160. This will be his second fight in that division after coming off the victory over Thomas Lamont. With the unbeaten contender, Rolando Romero, who is certainly a real personality. We look forward to his thoughts. That neither man have been friendly towards one another. Talking about Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romero. We continue on to work out for Jesus Ramos, who's undefeated at 18-0 with 15 knockouts. Here in Las Vegas, we're out there for the other butts.
Look, brother, right here.
That's what I'm hearing. Good to see you again. Over again. Good to see you.
I feel Black Rose. I ain't got shirt. Huh?
I ain't got no shirt yet, too, man. I've been waiting for 5 years on you. Ain't gonna do no rubbish. I got a medium in the car. You want it?
In case somebody filmed it. You're my friend. That's how I feel.
hands, man. Heavy hands.
That is how loud it is. My goodness, the power that he has. And not just because he's a dear friend, but I think he certainly got some help in the power department. Compliments of Larry Wade, one of the best conditioning coaches in all of combat sports in the game. Ramos back in the ring, working out with his father. He prepares for the match against somebody.
Good footwork, champ. Good footwork, champ.
Ramos Jr., the undefeated 21-year-old, who is 18-0 with 15 knockouts. Jesus Ramos getting set for his match against Luke Santamaria coming up on Saturday, May 28th, 11 days from now, upon the loaded undercard. Underneath Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romero.
All right, fellas, last one. What's up, brother? How you doing? Nice. Good work, good work, good work.
Oh.
Good job, good job, good job. Yep. Good, good. Great work, great work, great work, great work. Yep. Yep. Good. Rolly time.
Jesus. Hey man, I see you with them big power shots, bro. You looking to knock Luke out or what? I see you with them big power shots, bro. You looking to knock Luke out or what? To make him pay?
That's the plan, yeah.
No, man.
You know, we saw the Rich favorite in one fight, so yeah,
Exactly. Jesus, man, you know, you just seen a big unification of the 54 with all the marbles. Charlo, Castano, tell me how you seen it, bro.
it was a good fight, you know. I was kind of rooting for Castaño, but Jamal Charlo looked sharp, man. He looked real sharp. He had a good game plan, and he had Castaño figured out. He was hurting him a lot of times, and it was a good fight, man. I like that fight.
Jesus, how do you feel like when it's time to deal with those athletic fighters like Charlo with the speed, and how you'll be able to deal with that once it's time?
You know, we've been working with a lot of great fighters out here in Vegas. A lot of Kazakhstan fighters, Olympians. They're real athletic. You know, they move a lot, work the distance. So we're kind of, you know, doing everything little by little. You know, we're focusing on Santa Maria, but at the same time, we kind of got that game plan for the Jamal Charlo to the division.
Building towards,
Yes.
you know, getting ready for those guys. Are we sleeping on your footwork and speed, though? You got some nice footwork in there. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I can do a lot of things. It's just, you know, in the fight, it's different. You know, I haven't had that solid opponent who's demanded that of me. But I feel like I have a lot in the arsenal.
What about your power and how dangerous your power is in these divisions?
Yeah, you know, I feel real strong right now. We're a week out and I feel strong. As you guys can see, you know, I still have my power. And I think 154 is good for me. I carry my power and I feel a lot stronger here in this division.
Do you feel like people after this performance, they'll more put you in there with the best of the best young guys coming up? You know what I mean?
I hope so, man. You know, I thought that was the case with the Vladimir fight.
Right.
I felt like we made a big statement, but you know, it takes time. You know, we're staying patient. We're gonna keep proving, you know, that we're here to stay.
Yeah, because
Vladimir was like a little underrated, seeing the fact that he had a lot of upside, so you come in and take him out pretty easy.
Yeah, you know, I felt like it was a little underrated. I feel like it was a huge statement, but you know, it's okay. You know, we can't, you know, hang ourselves on that victory. We got to move on, and we got to keep performing like we did with that fight.
In this fight, obviously, you know, this fight, like, it's more personal, I think, a big payback. I was screaming a little in the back. What this is, a big payback?
It is, you know, in a way it is because, you know, I mean, I don't feel like he beat my uncle. I don't feel like he did enough, but we still got to get that payback, you know. At the end of the day, he took the decision, so it's important for me to get that back.
And rooted to, like, James Brown, I see Muhammad Ali on his shirt. Is that a huge influence from, like, you know, obviously?
Yeah, man, of course, you know, Muhammad Ali, you know, is a legend, and thanks to Contenders, man, for hooking us up with this. You know, the briefs and shirts are amazing, so shout out to them.
La misma pregunta en español, campeón. Tienes la camiseta de Muhammad Ali. ¿Qué significa para ti?
Pues ese es algo grande, ¿no? Este es un ídolo del boxeo. De chiquito le hemos crecido aprendiendo de Muhammad Ali y hay que darles homenaje, hay que siga el nombre de Muhammad Ali porque hizo mucho en el deporte en su tiempo y por eso es un gran ídolo del deporte y sí lo admiro mucho por eso.
And Jesus, how do you see the main event going, man?
What was that?
How do you see the main event going?
You know what? I think Rolly has a power chance. You know, you can't count him out. He throws weird shots from weird angles, and if he catches Tank with that, he might be able to hurt him.
Is this sometimes hard fighting an awkward guy like a
of
Rolly?
course, you know, especially with his rhythm, he's kind of all over the place, but it works for him, so it's good.
For yourself though, we know Mexican and Mexican American fans are very passionate. Do you think they're gonna take to you watching you in this pay-per-view, like your style and?
I hope so. Yes, you know. I feel like I have a fan-friendly style, and hopefully everyone tunes in on the 28th to watch this fight.
Knockout?
We're going for that. We're going for a knockout, yes, sir.
Thanks, thank you.
Thank you.
Assuming that you already been crushing your opponent, how is it adding someone like Larry Wade to your training? How is that?
You know, I'm not going to throw a lot more punches now, and before, you know, I feel like I did throw a lot of punches, and I feel like throw more and be confident with them. You know, a lot of more power shots, and I think it's like a great addition to the team. I feel strong right now, and we'll see.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Thank you.
Because I know I'm excited to go back to New York. It's going very well for me.
Appreciate it.
And I'm excited to be on Showtime PPV co-main event for Gervonta Ramos.
What is the chemistry like, and why is it so special between you and Ismael Salas? Also now we see that at least for Arias as well. He stated that he's learned quite a bit from Ismael Salas. Tell us about the chemistry that you have with your head trainer Ismael Salas.
Platícanos de la relación entre usted y el profe Ismael Salas. Obviamente también está el profe Arias. ¿Qué tan especial es la relación con el profe?
No, nosotros tenemos una relación muy bien. Mario, ahí de gimnasio, trabajando. Y él lo
No, we have a very great relationship, not just with Coach Arias, with the profe, but also Cuba, Arias, and the rest of the team. We all work very well. Cuba and I get great sparring together. It's been a great camp, and we really push each other.
Assuming you handle business next Saturday on the undercard of Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero, what's next for Erislandy Lara at 160?
Ganando el próximo sábado, el 8 de mayo, ¿qué sigue para Erislandy Lara en la 160 libras?
Ganando el 10 de mayo, por ejemplo, el vencedor de la división. Estoy cansado de mencionar nunca, pero voy a mencionar porque siempre lo menciono y nunca sale.
He's like, look, come May
What's up,
28th,
Sam?
I come out victorious. I'm ready
Good to
go
see you,
the
man.
rest of this. I'm not even going to mention their names because I'm tired of doing it. I keep doing it. I'm tired of
Oh,
doing it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
No, that was a great fight.
I'm just
Yeah.
ready to fight.
Hey, it's good to see you.
So why do you
Thank
feel
you.
that some of the
No, it was great. It was a great fight.
who were competing at 150
The Niners.
that some of the top names don't want
This is the greatest jersey of all
¿Qué
time.
cree que muchos de los nombres en la 160, los mejores no quieren pelear con ustedes? Fue lo mismo en la 154. He's like, no, it's the same thing, 154, 160. I am a tough fighter for anybody, so that's why they don't want to fight me.
I find a question to you, Erislandy, as you're getting ready to work out. What kind of statement? What are you looking to do next Saturday against Gary Spike O'Sullivan, the co-main event of your match where you put your 160-pound championship on the line?
¿Qué es lo que piensa hacer el próximo sábado 28 de mayo contra el Gary Spike O'Sullivan? He's like, no, I'm going to come out focused. I'm going to come out, do what I know how to do, and most of all, come out victorious.
Erislandy, the American Dream Lotto, ladies and gentlemen. He's the champion at 160. He takes on Gary Spike O'Sullivan. We're going to now watch him work out here at the Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas. That's it.
That's it, right? Sí, o sea, si quiere usted hacer sombra, pues sí, obviamente, pero...
What was the word for? It looks like
Estás campeón.
Sí, no, está bien.
Showdown, que tenga usted el último en vivo y el último. Una ventanita, todos esos que traen de Ramos.
apoya, que comparte, que comenta, que da me gusta, que se suscribe a la página, muchos de ustedes suscribiéndose a la página, pero no me contestan los mensajes privados que les envío, no se meten en el grupo cerrado que tenemos para los suscriptores de la página y les mando mensajes. Ahora mismo me hubiera encantado hacerle preguntas a Jorge. La página de deporte, bueno, vos ahí bien, entrenando aquí en la rueda bajo la guía de profesor de Juan.
You are watching the Erislandy Lara workout as the 160-pound champion will match up and defend his crown against Arias next Saturday, May 28th. It is the co-event of Rolando Romero, the Lightweight Showdown live at Showtime PPV, promoted by champions. We go on next Saturday.
Estamos viendo el grupo. Yo integré que nada más la Erislandy. Y por lo demás uno de los boxeadores humanos llegados Carlos que dice que lo veo entrenando cuando me pasa por aquí cerca se voy a decir el video
in Las Vegas again next Saturday.
pero Roberto Agüero te manda saludos, Lara. Dice que te saluda. Saludos, José Luis, saludos hasta California. Un abrazo hasta Colombia, hermano. La gente de Colombia, un berraco la gente de Colombia. Saludos a Marcos Pérez, que está manejando. Ya está llegando a su casa, debe estar llegando a su casa si no llegó ya. Marcos Pérez, del Museo de Colombia. Un saludo para mi amigo Marcos, también de Colombia. Lara Pelea 28 en la ciudad de Nueva York, el co-ministro del Rolando Romero del contender. Lara va a estar peleando contra un boxeador europeo llamado Sur. Un saludo especial a mi amigo Arvin Navarro, que me acaba de regalar una estrella. Arvin, te quiero mucho, campeón. Espero que ya esté en camino de California a Florida. Cuando se habla de Erislandy, Lara no muy lejano, un día lejano, de Lara se tiene que decir que siempre fue un boxeador profesional, un boxeador muy disciplinado en sus entrenamientos. A Lara nunca lo hemos visto en el peso, fuera de peso, nunca lo hemos visto en mala condición física. Saludos hasta Tampa, con sándwich cubano más. Saludos, Eli, te quiero mucho, man. Saludos, Marlon, también. Spanish question for him. I don't know why, so you guys.
They already want to leave anyways.
¿Qué pasó, man? ¿Que no fuiste a...?
It wouldn't surprise me. Lara just got out of the ring and he's left. It wouldn't surprise me.
I would really hope but I mean, the way that he changed
But they're not, there's no translate. That's what I'm saying. There's no order here, organization. You know, that's what I'm saying.
What did I tell you?
Better get it lined out here.
The Olympian, the Spanish Olympian, last July in San Antonio on the undercard of Jermell Brian Castaño #1. I think it's so fitting that, you know what, last week we saw Jermell in the rematch finish Brian Castaño, super welterweight champion of the world, and now, lo and behold, Rolando Romero has his opportunity.
What's up, boss? How you doing? What's up, Ness? What's going on? You soon, man. Yeah.
Soon.
You gotta invite.
Info to schedule.
Okay. Well, let's do it after this media shit done with for today.
Well, we got scheduled
time.
Oh, you mean scheduling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do. Good job, Dan. I'm gonna translate. Did your thing.
Yeah, what's up, doggy dog Mario? What's up, Julio?
What's up, Mikey?
What's up, there, Mario?
He decided not to. Got a fight to promote, brother. You gotta,
Shut down.
If you really respect him, like you said, like, you know what I mean? Okay, you don't want to do it for Brad, you don't want to do it for Showtime, you don't want to do it for do it so he can make his money back. Who feels that? Sometimes I feel like telling him, you think Hagler wanted to do those 30-minute poolside interview? I'm sure he wanted.
Yeah, that's here. Yeah, Mario. I don't get This shit takes too long. We're gonna get. I mean, I know you're a one man. Sean's yeah. Sean's numbers. I know.
For this, no, I don't care about missing the workout. I just want to reference. I just want I think it's gonna fight out how much they're gonna get that shit.
Hace 2 semanas y mucha gente quiere ver.
I'm gonna go to the top rank. Sean's gonna go to the and then we're both gonna go to the top.
Okay, well, you're gonna go to the top rank one? I kinda like that venue. The only thing I don't like is the fucking bathroom. That's not weird. There's no bathroom in the tent. They have one in the very back, but they don't let you go there most of the time. If you don't have access, you gotta like leave the whole venue and come back in with security. It's kind of weird. When I very first started, I used to do that, but I haven't done that. So I never done it. But when I first started, like the first 6 months. I
thought the first rule was you listen to each other.
He says that he has a really smart, intelligent team, and they know what they're doing. More than likely, they can probably try to get the rematch. But if he wouldn't even give us another rematch. Why would take the risk for him to get checked? He already beat us. No need for big or something.
Let's go.
Last week, a couple of days ago, we saw Jamel Charlo.
Last question, so hopefully it is.
¿Todo bien?
Sí, muy bien.
¿Cómo te va, familia?
¿Todo bien? ¿Y tú?
Good.
Hoy ya estamos grande.
Cumple 9.
¿Ya tiene 9 veces, bro? ¿El tiempo te pasa así?
We're trying to move on.
5 minutes tops.
Inside rounds in the boxing, in and out. That way, that's what I do.
I know. I was gonna figure out what to start with.
That's whatever you want, and I'll just figure something out. I just want to get the content.
But 3 questions.
Eso se necesita cuando el campeón está controlado y sí,
He's friends with them.
honestly, I'll take on Friday.
Or stick around a little bit more.
I mean, I don't want to. Like 3-4 minutes, I'm good.
I just don't want to get stuck in under two. I hate when there's a spike out. I hate when Ramos is 2.5.
All right, champ. Quick question. So, you know you fought with some sports best pound-for-pound fighters. How do you feel the lead up to the May 28th fight with O'Sullivan, and with a victory over him, where would that put you?
Is it Dwarf Slayer time? Me siento bien de pelear contra Sullivan, no sé ni cómo pelea, pero bueno, me siento bien y todo va.
Have fun, man. Rolling time. If they didn't know.
Yeah, I get it. So now we are with the esteemed trainer of Rolando Romero, we're watching Rolando Romero and have fun. And Coach, thank you so much for joining us. 11 years away. This has been a camp where So because of the fact that Rolando Romero comes from a judo us have a role as an underdog. Attention to that. In sort of acknowledgement. Why is that?
Good job, champ. Good job.
So you believe that's because he's not mentioning the conversations that are already coming into this fight with a chip on his shoulder? How would you say that training camp has been in the sense that you don't want to overexert your fight? A lot of emotion being involved in this fight.
Last one.
I'm still asleep. I woke up early. I'm not used to waking up this early. I'm used to waking up like 3 p.m. I'm up all the day. I'm there till like 6, 7 in the morning. Hey! 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 Hey!
Murder. Kill. Rolling time.
Fourth lane season.
Fourth player. And the new. Work. Take your time, champ. Take your time. Work it.
You thought about what Showdown at Barclays Center is going to be like when you guys make the remarks?
Thank you, man. Better late than never.
We came to live with you. You did your thing.
Thanks, Coach Wade.
I'm for real. That's not small work right there. That's big work.
You did a lot for that university, you and your wife, so yeah. You're like I know you graduated Texas, but you're like an honorary UNLV.
Texas A&M. There's another Ryan. Texas A&M is the Ryan of Texas. Right. Texas A&M. But yeah, but you know what's honorary? I'm honorary.
Oh, I just meant the fight itself. Fun while it lasts.
is shit. I swear to God, he is shit. I better get that one in there. They never seen him take him to the box. I never seen him see this fight. Yep, guarantee that.
30 seconds.
Hey, Bullet, what weight class is 175, 180? Feels like it. This ain't no 140, 135. This is a lot of power in here.
Too much for 35. That's why the kingpin at 35. They gonna learn the 28.
Just in case y'all thought.
No, I don't want to fight a damn more.
Dinamite.
Rolando. Walk in. Hear me walk in. Bring that ass. Bring that ass. Bring that ass, boy.
Beauty.
Ese es fuerte.
Get this back in my bag.
We got 4 minutes left of the live stream. Go, let's get talking. Take him out. No, Rolando, you got 4 minutes on the live stream. Hey! Rolando.
With him about a month ago at Barclays Center in Oakland. Did you take anything away from the stare down and you guys going back and forth?
No, he's just it's just a bunch of nervous energy. He didn't say shit. He don't even think he can knock me out. He can't do shit. He a bitch.
Why are you so confident? You said during the press conference, I'm going to knock him out in 1 round. As we're 11 days away until you step inside the ring against the hard-hitting Gervonta Davis, the undefeated Gervonta Davis. You're also undefeated. Are you sticking with that prediction of a 1-round knockout?
1 round. If I say I do, I'm gonna do it.
Why is that? What do you see? What do you see in his game that you feel you can?
Let me ask you this. Tell me a fight he don't get punched on by smaller dudes that have no power, no nothing. Tell me a fight. I'm way more accurate than everyone in their fight. Way more explosive, way stronger, way bigger than everybody else. So I mean, it is common sense.
One key component to your game that I feel like you don't, that you do compared to other lightweights, is that you're physical. You come from a judo background. Do you think your physicality is going to play a factor in the fight?
No, he's going to get knocked out from the first point that he wins.
So I know you mentioned about that he's shorter than you. Do you think that your reach and your height is going to be a factor into your benefit?
I mean, of course, but like I said, he's just going to run right into something small.
So the bad blood, from what I got, was really fast. It didn't have to fight. Is that where all this bad blood sort of manifested itself?
Pretty much. I mean, if I say I'm going to spar somebody, right? And like, I mean, he ducked me twice even then. So, I mean, I've been calling him out since 2017. The reason why the fight's made is because I won it, not because he won it. He don't want that shit. If he wish, he could fight some other 126, 122 pounds.
It took you some time to get this fight, and lo and behold, now you have that Isaac Cruz fought him back in December. What was your assessment of this fight against Isaac Cruz?
He got his ass beat and showed that he's extremely vulnerable, and that he's scared of people that can crack.
You have Joel Casamayor in your corner as well. He has himself, how much of a benefit has Joel Casamayor been to you in this camp? And Joel's very confident in your abilities.
I mean, just watching him, you know, his slick southpaw, you know, so I mean, I learned a lot, you know, especially on just moving around, accepting, being accurate. I mean, he's been in my corner even when I was an amateur. He's seen me knock out so many people in the amateur.
Joel, what makes him special?
Ready for the fight.
Now, Rolly, if you could give one message to Gervonta Tank Davis right now, you're both undefeated, the lightweight championship of the world's on the line, Showtime pay-per-view, jam-packed, sold-out crowd, Barclays Center. What do you want to tell Tank right now?
I got no message for that bitch ass. I haven't got these fit.
Rolando Romero, ladies and gentlemen. Bad blood, we love big fights, but I love big fights with animosity and bad blood. Does it get any hotter than these two?
No, it doesn't. He's been asking. Now's the opportunity. You know, we right here, close to the fight. He's in terrific shape, and I expect he's going to be a terrific fight.
And Leonard, also, one thing that people got to realize is that Rolly has a high knockout percentage. We know what Tank can do, but Rolly has a high knockout percentage as well. So two heavy hitters getting inside the ring.
Most definitely, and that's why it's a very dangerous fight to go. You know, Tank is one of the best fighters in the entire world.
So, you know, after
He's very slick. Tremendous skills that he hadn't had a chance to really showcase his boxing skills. Everyone knows he's a tremendous puncher. And when you look at Rolly,
after this interview, Ray's going to sign off right here, and that's the end of the stream.
A very different, he's an awkward fighter. But sometimes those kind of things work. I've seen awkward fighters very successful.
Yeah, it will be very active. Thank you.
I'm glad you brought the name Mayorga because Rolly reminds me of the lightweight version of Mayorga. Being here from Las Vegas.
Yes, he does. Sacho Vina. Sometimes it's hard to compare guys who aren't the traditional guys with their style.
Now, is that what started that it takes him so big, and now his opponent coming in?
Well, that's what happens. I reiterate, Tank's one of the best fighters in the world. And he's a big-time attraction. And everyone wants to come out and see him fight. And again, so any fight that he's involved in is a big fight.
My last question to you, I know that the pay-per-view is going to be off the charts, but how many ticket requests are we getting from NBA players, from hip-hop artists, because Tank and Rolly, this fight is transcending and is getting into mainstream pop culture?
I've gotten so many calls daily, you know, they're just on the there will be hundreds of people waiting outside. They won't be able to get in, and it's not going to happen. Tune in, May 28th, a jam packed, sold out.
spray bottle? I need the spray. I don't know. The ankle will be repaired by then. The kid placed him and went up for a header and landed and they popped. Bone went out. Finished, went out of the game. You still have to go if you can. I don't want it because it's last tournament. But we're going to play. One of these guys knows how to so what? On a team, popped it, got it back in place, and he's got a venda for like 2 days on it. So I still don't know if 5 days is enough time. The bone's back in place, so now they didn't have to.
What's up, Leonard?
Big Sean.
How you doing, man?
My dude.
Good to see you.
What's up, Sam? Everything good? What's happening? What's up, baby?
How you doing, man? I see you.
What's up? Where you working? You working this side now? Oh, no. Right? Man, this is going to be good.
Did you get a chance to see Rolly hit the mitts just now, Leonard?
Yeah. I was standing over there. Rolly's, again, this is the biggest opportunity of his life. He's ready to go.
Does Tank have an advantage? Because we saw the power and the speed of Rolly, but it does, it looks like his punches are wider and Tank got more compact punches. What do you think, Leonard?
Styles make fights. Again, anytime you have two tremendous punchers coming together, somebody's going to get caught. And what we're going to find out next Saturday night, who can take whose shot? That's what we're going to find out.
He said he's been calling for this fight since 2017. When did he first come to you and say that he wanted?
Man, it's been definitely, I know for a fact, about 3 years. Every time I come in that damn door, he be in here training. He's like, I want to fight Rose, I want to fight Tank, Be patient.
What do you think's being...
No matter where I went in town, out of town, say the same, come up to me, I want to fight Tank, He said it in a different kind of different words though. But yeah, so now he has his opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. It gets no bigger than that. Tank Davis is one of the best fighters in the entire world right now. And he's getting his opportunity come next Saturday night to prove what he's been saying all along. He's telling everybody what he's going to do. Okay, now all the talk is over. Now you got to step up and do exactly what you say that you're going to do.
He's talking his mess up.
I'm George Slade.
And Rolly, this fight obviously was scheduled before, was rescheduled now. With all that time in between, do you feel like you've improved, had more time to train for this title in particular?
Every day I improve. Every day that goes by, I can get better. Every fight, everything, every moment I spend in training, I get better. I try to learn every single day.
You were already so motivated for the fight. Would you say you're even more motivated now that you had to wait? Or is it the same? Or?
I'll be honest, I learned to appreciate things way more because anything can be taken from me at any given moment, over some fucking bullshit.
You already predicted first round?
First round out.
Have you already thought about, afterwards, what you're going to be doing, how you're going to feel?
Oh, man, we got after party shit. Hey, man, we're going to go do an after party, all this shit. We're going to have fun. I'm going to go on vacation. I'm not going to hit a Greece, I've always wanted to go to Greece. I've always wanted to go after.
Rolly, en español, ¿cómo vas a ganar esta pelea?
No, que lo mueve de ahí y ¡bum, bum!
En el primer asalto. ¿Y cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo va el entrenamiento? Y estás con Casamayor, que has aprendido, ¿cómo te ha ayudado?
En la vida real, Cepillo siempre es mi entrenador, es Mateo. Él me visto no que un pocotón de gente, Mateo estaba en la esquina mío, yo estaba con él. Yo lo conozco a Cepillo antes que yo boxeaba. Lo conozco a Cepillo desde que yo tenía 10, 11 años.
¿Y qué mensaje tienes para toda la fanaticada?
Mira ahí, el 28 de mayo voy a noquear este enano y lo vamos a hacer campeones aquí. Juégatelo toda.
Rolly, man, are you feeling excited right now? Like something big and positive is about to happen in your life,
Man, this shit, man, it's just a blessing to be in this position, but I knew it was going to happen. I always knew it was going to happen, I worked hard, I was patient, you know, and I mean that's my advice to all these young, you know, it doesn't matter how fast it goes or all this stuff, just stay consistent, stay patient, your time will come, you know. Y'all gonna see May 20, I'm gonna knock Tank out.
I know fighters, they don't like to give away their game plan, but what do you expect Tank's game plan to be? It sounds like you think he's
gonna run like a bitch because he's a bitch, same way he did it with Pitbull Cruz, who is a smaller man than him, and look what he did. He just ran around scared the entire time.
So you think you're going to chase after and knock him out in the first round?
He's scared of Latinos.
But how does he walk right into something if he's running away in round one, Rolly?
Because he could be running, boom, right there. He could be running this way, he could be running this way, boom, real quick, you know? I mean, it's easy to run into something. You could run into something going forward, you could run into something going backwards.
Is this the most powerful you've ever felt?
Man, I mean, at the end of it, my body is grown. I'm an older man, you know, all that stuff. I feel like I'm starting to get my grown man strength. So, you know, I mean, they did a test on me when I was a kid, right? They said I was 2 years delayed on my growth. So, I mean, I'm 26 now, so that means really I was about a 24-year-old, you know? So I'm going to 27 now, I'm about 25, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I'm getting a lot stronger every day.
Hey, Rolly,
I'm still not at my peak, nowhere near my peak, but I know I'm getting stronger. And like I said, I started about 17, so I ain't got nothing but to learn now.
Rolly, you know, they talk about he's more technically sound and all. Why won't that matter?
Technically sound, tell me the time he don't get punched in the face. He had both of his light shirt with Gamboa. He gets punched he got punched with Lil Santa Cruz the entire time. You know the only reason he beat Lil Santa Cruz? Because he got... No, wait, I'll do that right now. No, all he did was hit Santa Cruz low blow and then knocked him out with that like 20 seconds later. So you're gonna tell me that? Oh, he fucking looked like shit against Francesco Fonseca. And with Ryan Garcia knocked out in one round like nothing. And then he knocked him out by him behind the head. He fought some dude from Panama. After that, then Gamboa, then he fought Santa Cruz, who looked like shit. He looked like shit with Barrios. I mean, we in the fight, Barrios fucking in a fucking damn in a fucking bathtub for fucking 8 hours. I mean, bro, I can't even take a salt bath for 30 minutes while feeling like shit. Can you imagine 8 hours?
What do you want to say to all these lightweights, all these fighters?
No. And on top of that, he got his ass beat by Pitbull Cruz. Everybody else who Cuellar, 126-pounder. Ruiz, 122-pounder. Pedraza, weight drain, 135-pounder.
What do you want to say to all these fighters and lightweights just writing you off, you know, almost laughing when we ask them who's going to win the fight? You got anything?
They just don't like me. They go fuck themselves. I don't give a fuck. I know what the fuck I bring.
Like they know you're good.
And you know what? They all talk shit about me, but I beat the fuck out of all of them. Haney, I fucking had that motherfucker doing stanky leg. Man, everybody you can think of. Hitches, man, I beat the shit out of him right there. And that's his boyfriend over there. Man, he over there doing fucking stanky leg and shit, man. I had that motherfucker wobbled and shit. That's the reason why he ain't make no damn money. Well, what about, who else, man? Keyshawn Davis. He needs to go deal with Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz is his father, beat him like 6 fucking times. He obviously cannot fight a Cuban, and I mean, I don't know what the fuck I am. I think I'm fucking somewhat Cuban or some shit.
Well, we saw Jermell Charlo with the American flag last week. Over the weekend, you doing this for USA more or for Cuba and Cuban Americans?
At the end of it, I'm fucking American. I'm American. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm American. I'm proud to be fucking American.
What's going to surprise all these people writing you off, Rolly, on May 28th?
Tank on the canvas.
Is this the most personal fight you've ever had?
Yeah, because I've been asking for this shit since 2017. The only reason this motherfucker fighting me right now because he need money because he broke. He broke his shit. That's the reason he extending fucking court cases and shit. Like, bro, like, he over there fucking... He broke. He need money. He didn't hit pay-per-views last time. So he ain't make no damn money. He broke. He broke. He need me. He should be on his knees begging me. But you know what? He don't even bother. Why the fuck am I promoting this shit? No, in reality, why the fuck am I promoting this shit? He's not no damn star. The star here is me. The reason this shit getting promoted because of me, not because of him. And that's that.
What do you think of, some people in the business saying that it's better for you to win in this fight in case it's Tank's last fight with Mayweather Promotions? You guys, it's an
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It's better for me to win because I'm better for boxing. I sell. He don't. He sold because of Floyd. He ain't selling his damn own.
Selling is selling, though, right? As long as they buy tickets.
Floyd, They bought the fight because of Floyd, not because of Tank. Tank has no personality. He's a fucking dumbass that's bad for the sport and honestly bad for the fucking world.
But people like knockouts, so they love that about Tank. They'll quit.
Yeah, when you're knocking out 22 pounds, fucking tell him fight somebody his size.
Thank you, Rolly.
That's what people want to see, and that's what you bring the fans.
Yeah, Leonard, please. When he's done. Thank you, Kristen.
You know what? I don't even do pictures. You know, because we can sit here and say round one and do 6 hours.
Gotta wind them up a little bit. To get it, just to clarify. Yes.
How do you feel leading up to your Barclays
Explosive is Sharon, the most explosive fighter in the world, the hardest hitter in the damn world. Water retired, I'm the hardest hitter in the damn world.
Bullet! Bullet! Get on this side, Bullet. Bullet, get on the side of him. No, yeah, you're good, you're good. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. It's a feel. Okay. All right, right here, fellas. 1, 2. Come on, Rolly. All right,
Thank you, Rolly. What's up, Leonard? Leonard, what's it add to a fight when there is bad blood? Do you think it adds anything?
Man, yeah, because again, that makes it that much more exciting and entertaining for the fans. Because this is a fight where you ain't gonna see none of this and these guys fucking don't like each other, and it's real. It's real as it gets, and that's why I guarantee you this fight is ending in a knockout.
So this is as personal for Tank as it is for Rolly.
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna say personal for Tank because when you say personal, then you're kind of saying beef, and it's not like that. The beef is something different from where we're from.
Sure. That's what Tank said at the press conference, right?
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah, beef is different from where we're from, and it's handled a lot differently. And not in here. Okay, so it's more from the Tank perspective. It's more about a respect thing. He feels as though that Rolly's very disrespectful. Rolly has disrespected him every step of the way. Tank's the champ. He's been a champ. He's a tremendous fighter, and he feels as though Rolly's been very, very, very disrespectful. And he plans to, I'm taking the words right out of his mouth, teach him a lesson.
Doesn't that
next
help?
Saturday night?
Does that help Rolly though? The lack of respect he has for these guys, or can that get you in trouble if you don't?
Again, is that Rolly's talk the talk? Okay, now he's got to walk that walk. Come next Saturday night, everybody know what it is. He said he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Now it's just gonna be him and Tank in the ring next Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? In front of a packed, sold out Barclays Center. And they're gonna get at it.
You're a big experienced guy. You always talk about how much that experience at this level counts. How's Rolly overcome that?
Well, man, I'm telling you now, it's like the odds are coming down now for a reason. Tank's the heavy favorite because Tank's Tank been extremely successful, one of the best fighters in the world, one of the biggest attractions. We know all of that. Rolly, he's the lesser known guy. He's the opponent coming in. He talks all that talk. Tank don't talk that much. He lets it show in the ring, does his thing. And again, when it comes down to that, is that I'm telling you now, this is why everybody thinks, I'm not going to say everybody, but the odds makers have it, they just think that it's going to be a one-sided fight. I've been in this shit forever, okay? I've been working with the best motherfucker in my mind to ever do it, to ever do this shit. Okay, so I've been up close and personal and seeing him get buzzed. And we ain't talking about with no top flight fighter.
Poorly.
You know what I'm saying? It's prior to that, prior to some of the one or two of the earlier fights. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that, but I've seen it. And anytime you're in here and you're exchanging, any fucking thing can happen. Okay, and I'm telling you, that's why it's a dangerous fight for both guys. Not just for Tank. It's a dangerous fight for Rolly too, because again, Tank know what he's doing. Okay, Rolly knows what he's doing. Rolly his style is very different. But I've seen guys with the unorthodox styles be very, very successful. You're like, oh, this guy's gonna just Bernard Forrest is just gonna walk through Mayorga. That shit is different, man. I'm telling you. Rolly's he's probably one of the strongest fighters in all of boxing. In this weight class, he's definitely the strongest fighter. You know. Now, I'm saying that for a reason. That don't win you fights. Just being strong don't win you fights. It plays a factor in this. But what it's gonna come down to is that both of them gonna get checked. At some point, both of them gonna get hit with a shot. It's impossible for you to step in here at any time and not get hit. It's impossible. Okay? So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen the first time that Tank connects with Rolly? We're gonna find out. Because Rolly got a chin. Okay? What if he's able to take that shit? Okay? What if he's able to take it? Okay? Now what happens, and let's flip the script. What happens if Tank get hit with a big shot? I ain't never seen Tank hurt before. How's he gonna respond? We're gonna find out next Saturday night, though.
And Leonard, you know, a lot of talk in the business about it. Do you feel like this is Gervonta's last fight in Mayweather Promotions or not so?
Man, I don't worry about that kind of stuff because, again, as a promoter, all you can do is do the best job that you possibly can. This is a big-ass event like all of his events are. We've done a phenomenal job working with Tank. You know, when Tank first came to us, he was, I think, 11-0. Yeah, he was 11-0. And him and Floyd had that initial conversation. Floyd promised him that he would give him a title opportunity within a year. It was 14 months, you know, and his very first fight with us was a 6-round fight, okay? So he went from being a 6-round fighter to fight for the championship of the world in 14 months. That's unheard of, okay? He was a guy that was, again, like I say, he was 11-0. He beats a tremendous fighter in Pedraza, okay? And that's the springboard to the crazy amount of success that he's had, and he's become extremely a big-time attraction. Now, that has a tremendous amount to do with what he's done, because he's the one that's going in here and executing and doing his job. He's done a phenomenal fucking job. But we have too. We have too. You know, we busted our ass and been creative with a whole lot of things because we know what the fuck we're doing when it comes down to how to build a star. You know, and right now, again, he's one of the biggest attractions in the entire world because we have a tremendous team. We've all been working together. Not one person can do it. It takes a team to do it. And again, my mindset has always been, you know, working as hard as I can for our fighters. You know, done the same thing with Floyd. You focus on this, and we're going to focus on the shit outside the ring. Put you in the best situation to be successful. There's been a lot of noise about you ain't fought this guy, you ain't fought this guy. Who the fuck are we talking about? Fought who? I don't see no King Kongs out there or no motherfucker that's doing, and excuse me, I've been doing a lot of cussing lately because I just be so annoyed with all the
Give
bullshit.
Give it to us real, Leonard. You're good.
With all the bullshit in boxing, man. And it's
well, you know the names they say.
It's like, again, it's like when you look down, it's like, that's why I try to stay away from the bullshit on social media because, see, I'm very fortunate enough is that we've done the biggest shit in the entire sport. Mayweather Promotion holds all the fucking records for the biggest pay-per-views, the biggest live gates. So we know what the fuck we doing over here.
It's a fact.
Okay? So as it relates to Tank, again, it's like, you know, you hear some of the media say, oh, why you ain't fighting this guy? Fight this guy. So it's like, okay, let's go down the list of the guys who we talking about. You talking about one that said, oh, Tio Lopez. It's like, y'all, do y'all know how this fucking game works? There's no fucking way that Bob Arum is gonna put his kid in there with a guy that Bob knows this shit. Bob knows because he has two excellent matchmakers on how this shit would go in the ring. They know that no fucking Tio Lopez can't be no Tank Davis. So what, you just gonna hand the titles over to Mayweather Promotions and PBC?
Well, that's the same reason Golden Boy didn't want to make a fight.
Yeah,
Ryan versus
it's
Tank,
like,
right?
no, it don't work like that. Bob's gonna make the fights with the guys that he has and build his guy that way. You're not just gonna jump into a fight with, especially with a guy who's never ever headlined a show and sold one fucking ticket. But Bob's gonna put him in there with that. Does that even make any sense?
No,
that's not
business-wise.
Not business. And this boxing shit is
a business.
It's a business.
And a sport, but it's a business.
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day. There's not, and just not only Bob. There's no promoter gonna put his guy in there unless one, that he thinks that he's gonna win, and there's a bunch of money that's involved. Because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And how you build your fighter is that, why the hell is he gonna put him in with somebody else's guy and just hand that shit over? You know, that's the whole objective is to, you know, to keep it. You know, so he can build and he can generate revenue for his company and give the fans great fights. He has a stable of fighters himself that he can put his own guy in with. Mm-hmm. Okay, then you fast forward to Haney. I know Devin very well. Tremendous fighter. He grew up in this gym. Excellent fighter. Okay, he signed with the promoter who don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, he's fucked off over $1 billion and still hasn't built one fucking star in the United States. Okay, I applaud Bill. Very smart guy, and I applaud Devin. They signed with a guy. They made a bunch of fucking money, and that's what they supposed to do. They supposed to do. But again, it's like, ain't no slight on them, you know, but when you're talking about Tank Davis, I gotta pay you what you weigh. I gotta pay you what you weigh. And you can just read in between the lines with that. Again, it has nothing to do with Devin not being a tremendous fighter. But as far as being a draw, then it's self-explanatory. So you can't make a fight like that. Now, Devin has a tremendous opportunity in front of him. Now when you're talking about you bring in all of this and you build on that, and it's like, that's a different ball game. But prior to that, it's like, those are good little fights, but there's not no money in it. What are we gonna do, sell out an arena? But Tank's already doing that by himself. And y'all say he ain't fought nobody, well, how the fuck is he selling out arenas? Because we built him into being an attraction. We doing our part, and he's definitely fucking knocking everybody out. Sending a clear message that he's one of the best fighters in the world, and he's a big-time attraction. Okay? I don't give a fuck about that pound for pound list. I'm just totally being honest, because at the end of the day, when you go to the fucking bank, what when you do go up to the teller and say, hey, I need $10,000. Okay, I'm on 5 on the pound for pound list.
So can I get an extra 10?
Look at you. The fuck does that mean? Man, this is how the media works. They did that same shit with Floyd, and what we did, we just kept on doing what we do. Because eventually they gotta recognize you and give you your props and give you your credit. And that's why it's like, I have so much fucking experience in this shit. That's why it's like, it just goes in one ear and out the other. I know that we have biased people in the media. I know they only want certain fighters to be successful. Look what they did with Lomachenko. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, they even was going to say, oh, he would beat Floyd Mayweather. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but they have their certain favorites. And that part's okay. Because at the end of the day, they can't stop nothing over here. we're going to keep doing exactly what we do. We're going to continue to build our fighters, put on these big-ass events, and be very successful.
Leonard, do you feel like Haney wins that fight with Kambosos? And also, there's always talk about the side of the street stuff, but ultimately, he had to go to that side of the street to happen. And PBC gets flack when they want the same. You know, they say, okay, we'll make a fight, but you got to come with us. You know, he had to go to Top Rank to make the fight.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I commend Bill and them. They're chasing greatness, and they're chasing him being the top guy in their minds with holding the hardware. You know, at the end of the day, you know, Tank has been the biggest attraction without all of that. You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question, do I think he beats Kambosos? Yes, I do. Yes, I do think that he has every tool there is to be successful and come out a winner in that fight, in the ring. But the question is going to be is that, do they give him the fight? That's what it's going to come down to. Devin has a tremendous amount of skills, and again, matching up with Kambosos. And see, this is the funny thing, is that nobody was fucking talking about George prior to the Tio fight.
He would get knocked out.
That this is what I'm in boxing. You know what I mean? So he has a way of attracting guys that I could never do. You know what I mean? My job is to run the business. You know what I mean? To put us in the best situation and build our events and make them as big as possible. As relates to that, you know, Floyd knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
You think the fans get that fight?
Which fight?
Spence and Crawford?
I don't know. I don't know because